south of our area, though. That rain clears out as we go into early Wednesday. We'll top out around 70 degrees before that colder air moves in by Wednesday evening. It's going to be cold Thursday for Thanksgiving into Friday and Saturday. Highs in the upper 40s with lows in the mid-20s.
This report is sponsored by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
This holiday season at AT&T, learn how to get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible iPhone trade-in. Any condition. Requires trade-in of iPhone 14 Pro Max or higher. Excludes iPhone 16e. Terms and restrictions apply. Subject to change. Visit att.com/iPhone for details.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
The world needs Sesame Street, and right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
What's up? It's Cam Jordan. I'm back with season 3 of your favorite podcast, the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Yeah! Tap in every Wednesday to hear conversations with my friends and stars from the NFL, the sports world in general, and entertainment about everything from teams and players making waves to pop culture. And I'll take you inside my journey through my 15th season in the NFL. Looking forward to you joining me this season, the season of more, on the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Open your free iHeart app and search Off the Edge and start listening.
The games are over, so there's only one thing left to do: overreact. The NFL Draft Nerd is here to weave through the world of sports and separate fact from fiction. Get involved. The call-in line's open at 864-240-5480. You can tweet us, we don't call it X, at the NFL Draft Nerd. Now, here's that creed-loving, bird-fearing, football lunatic, Jeremy Greene.
It's a beautiful day in the not mountains of Greenville, South Carolina. I am the NFL Draft Nerd, Jeremy Greene. This is Overtime. He's Trey Falco. We're doing stuff.
Yeah, we are.
Call-in line is open, and I want to hear from you, and I have one very simple question. Who do you believe in? This is Thankful Week.
Okay.
All right?
Yep,
This is the week to give thanks. And you know what I'm thankful for? That we had pro football last weekend, so I didn't have to watch college football. Because it was bad.
Yeah.
Can we stop with the SEC playing roast beef, Louisiana Technical Institute for the Blind, Deaf, and Dumb, Culinary School and Welding College? How is Alabama playing Eastern Illinois? Texas A&M's playing Samford. We're trying to figure out if any of you are actually any good, and you're playing a cooking school.
I feel like the rule should be if you have to go over like three acronyms or three letters in the acronym for their school, you shouldn't be playing them.
If you have multiple directions in a state with less than 5 million people, you don't get to play FBS teams.
That should be the rule.
Northeast, Southwest Missouri State Technical Correctional Facility. You don't get to play Alabama. I'm sorry, you don't. Call-in line's open, 864-240-5480. That call-in line again, 864-240-5480. And tonight our question, and this is as basic as I can ask it, who do you trust? Who do you believe in? In a weekend where we have the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Dallas Cowboys in a game that I'm not going to lie to you. In North Carolina, it's legal to wager.
Sure, yeah.
And that game made me enough money that I considered sleeping today. Because I called that one from the jump.
Yeah.
That had trap game written all over it, and Philadelphia done got trapped. You can also text us, 864-777-9593. That's your text line if you don't want to call in. 864-777-9593. You can also get us on all the social medias at the Sportsocracy or me personally at the NFL Draft Nerd.
That's right, yeah.
I used to be the other acronym, Draft Nerd, and then now I have this acronym, and I can't be both.
That's right,
I simplified
Them's
it.
the rules, yeah.
NFL Draft Nerd. It is draft season. I'm getting pumped because we got one more weekend of college football. It is rivalry weekend.
Yes, it
college
is. Yeah.
Football. Got some bangers later in Can I Pick That Dog?
Oh, I'm excited. All right.
Did you check our picks from last week?
Were they good?
We're doing a great job picking that dog. 2 weeks of this here program. We are 11-4 picking that dog.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And I'm
99%
counting wins
off.
if we didn't pick that dog and they didn't cover.
Yeah, okay.
It's a weird time in the NFL. I watched a lot of things over the weekend. We're going to talk about Lane Kiffin later on. It's a big story, and there's so many rumors. There's so many rumors, which leads us to our first text of the day. It's from Jimothy, James Rorick up in Asheville. Football math is worse than my math, and I'm a high school dropout. It's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Because Dallas Cowboy fans have taken over the world. You got one win against a team that can't score to save their lives, and all of a sudden, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
I've heard that. I have heard that so many times today. And now I want to preface this with something.
Okay.
You play Thursday, Thanksgiving. Third time in NFL history a team has played on back-to-back Thursdays. Fun fact, the Dallas Cowboys are the only one to ever do it.
Oh, really? Okay.
They're the only team to do it. They've done it 3 times.
How about them Cowboys?
They play the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. This holiday weekend because it's Thursday.
Yeah.
I believe they're going to beat Kansas City. And we are officially, you remember that movie, The Perfect Storm?
Oh, yeah.
George Clooney, and we had 3 hurricanes that were converging into one, and it was just going to be the end of time.
Right.
We have that in the NFL right now because we have the kooky Madookies for the Kansas City Chiefs. We have the kooky Madookies for the Dallas Cowboys, and then we have the one that hate them both. And they're converging on Thanksgiving, and they're going to be sitting around a Thanksgiving table, hopefully not talking about politics. They're talking about which one of these teams do you hate more.
And I would say, hey, silver lining, somebody's got to lose. But Dallas proved earlier in the year that's not the case.
Nope.
They tied against the Packers. They can do it again.
Nope. There is not necessarily going to be a winner here because it is possible that we tie. I think Dallas beats Kansas City.
I could see that. Kansas is weird this year.
And that gets me into football math. Kansas City wins a game over the Indianapolis Colts. This is a team that we believe in to a point. They're 8-3. Even with that loss, they were up 20-9.
Yeah.
They're up 20-9. There's no reason to lose this game. This should have been easy. You have the best running back in the NFL. This is not a great defense that you're going up against. But I grew up with a father that had a phrase. That phrase was winners win and losers lose. The Indianapolis Colts, in their history, outside of Johnny Unitas and Peyton Manning, have been historical losers.
Yeah.
Now you throw in Daniel Jones, a historic start from Jonathan Taylor, and all of a sudden we believe in the Indianapolis Colts. But why? Why do you believe in this team that's beaten the Miami Dolphins, the Denver Broncos in one of the most farcical ends to a game I've ever seen, the Tennessee Titans, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Arizona Cardinals, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Tennessee Titans, and the Atlanta Falcons? That is not exactly a murderer's row.
But the nickname, Indiana Jones, it's so cool.
Indiana Jones is great. There's only, and this will probably elicit more callers than anything I'll say all day. Indiana Jones was overrated. The movie and the quarterback. I've only seen one of them. It was Crystal Skull. I can't really
that does not count.
I was told that was a lot like watching Saw 7 and saying the series is terrible. You only saw the bad one. Well, you're right. I don't watch movies. I don't like movies. That was the first one I saw, and it did not really instill confidence that I need to go watch the other 42 or however many they made. It's hard to look around the NFL and go, I trust Team X. Because what I just did with Indianapolis, I can do it with every team in the NFL.
Right.
If you believe in them, I can give you a reason not to, and I can give you a reason to agree with you.
The Rams.
Now that one, my boy, my young
It's the only one that
friend,
comes to mind.
The Falconator has come up with the one that I don't really have a hole for you.
Matt Stafford's back. That's about the only thing I can think of.
Is the fact that Matt Stafford and I are the same age, and I threw my back out sneezing within the last calendar year. Now, he's in a lot better shape than me. I would say the tear weight when I step on the scale is a little higher than his. But he is still my age. Trey, it appears that we have a caller on line one. Caller, who is this?
Jeremy, this is Brian Snow, a.k.a. the Snowman. How are you?
This is one of my favorite people on the planet. He also does what we do. He's a really smart guy.
Okay.
And I think he's been itching because he's a 49er guy. and I have been crucifying his team for 4 months. So I'm afraid.
Now we can get on.
I'm afraid that no good is going to come from this. But Snowman, great to hear your voice. What can I do for you tonight, my friend?
Yeah. First of all, it's great to talk to you. It's great to hear your overtime. Great to hear your overtime show. And secondly, Dr. K is not going to like you for crucifying the Indianapolis Colts. Though you are right with the teams that they have faced, and they got punched in the mouth by the Kansas City Chiefs in the second half. They got punched in the mouth by the Rams, and they got punched in the mouth especially by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, they did.
I can add this. All 3 losses for the Colts, A, they only scored 20 points. B, except for Kansas City, they had multiple turnovers because yesterday in Kansas City it was the penalties that got them. And C, they may win the South Division going away, but what if they get another shot at Los Angeles? What if they get another shot at Kansas City? Are they going to be prepared and remember what happened to them the first time? That's what I have.
Well, one of the things and thank you, Snowman, for the call. We appreciate you, my friend. One of the things about Indianapolis is this is a lot like the tooth fairy. You know, when you were a child and you put your tooth under your pillow and you had that, I don't believe. Right. And then the dollar shows up. What do you do?
You believe.
The dollar showed up.
That's magic.
Where did it come from? Do you sleep hard enough, little Timmy, that somebody snuck that in there, or was it magic? The Indianapolis Colts, the rubber's meeting the road.
Right.
Because if you are what you've told me you are, we're going to find out over the next 6 weeks. Starting this Sunday, they play the Houston Texans, who probably have the best combination of edge rushers.
Yeah.
Although I think right now Myles Garrett and me would be the best combination of edge rushers. You can put anybody on that side, and that one wins. You get Houston, you go to Jacksonville, who I think is the most underrated team in the NFL. And if they had a coach that understood how clocks work, they would be leading this division.
Not a Liam Cohen fan, by the way.
Neither am I. Then you go to Seattle, a team that I have a lot of belief in. Sam E.D. MVP.
Oh, yeah, you're the truther, yeah.
Oh, I am 100%. There are 3 things in life that are awesome, and all of you do not want to believe me. Sam Darnold.
Right.
Creed.
Okay.
And Christmas tree cakes. Those should be around all year long. Don't give me zebra cake.
Yeah.
I don't care. The frosting bread combo, way different on a Christmas tree cake. That's the right one. Put a pumpkin on it. Call them pumpkin tree cakes. I don't care. Just stop taking them away from me.
That's what I can get behind. I like that.
The McRib. That's another one. Well, it's snoots and tails, and I don't care if it's hooves. I don't care. It's delicious. And it only comes around but once a year, and I've been a good boy, and I want my McRibs. Then you go San Francisco, who, of all the teams they play, I believe in San Francisco the least.
Yeah.
Then you go Jacksonville at Houston. And I'm going to say something that's going to sound crazy when it comes out of my mouth.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I'm wrong here. There is a better than zero possibility that the next Indianapolis Colts victory will be in September of next year. I don't think this team's good. I don't think they're good.
Yeah.
I think they have done what Texas A&M has lived on in college football for years. I will beat up on everybody not in my weight class. And you'll go, look at Texas A&M. They finally did. But what happens when they fight somebody their own size? Oh, you get punched in the nose and you run crying home to your mom.
Right.
I'm not saying I believe they're going to lose every game. Snow said the division, they're going to win that in a walk. I don't agree. I don't agree because the Houston Texans are knocking on the door. The Jacksonville Jaguars are knocking on the door. And both of them get to play you twice.
That's a good point.
My first hot take of this football weekend, the Indianapolis Colts will not win the AFC South. And you ask, Mullet, who will it be? I don't know because I don't really believe in the other teams all that much. But just think about it and be as honest with yourself as you can be. With one of them, I get C.J. Stroud. Right. With one of them, I get Trevor Lawrence. With one of them, I get Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is the worst of that bunch.
Yes.
Historically.
Yes.
Not this year. It's been a resurgence playing against Cupcake Tech.
I will say, when he played Pittsburgh and Jonathan Taylor got shut down and held to under 50 yards, Daniel Jones turned back into a pumpkin. We got to see a little bit of that. He got rocked and shaken a little bit, and he's back there. He looks uncomfortable. If you can do that to this Indianapolis Colts team, They're done.
And that's the thing that would scare me. I've been saying this all year. You're on a pace with Jonathan Taylor that's non-sustainable. Right now, he has over 100 more yards than any running back in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at how many times he's carried the ball, just carries, not even getting into passing down work. There are only 4 in the NFL that are within 20 of him. Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, James Cook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And now I ask you this question. Jonathan Taylor has he's had nagging injuries.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the physical specimen that a Saquon Barkley is.
Right.
How many carries did Saquon have last year?
Oh, God. God, how many did he have? I know because we had this whole debate about, he almost came to the record. People were like, he played an extra game. I'm like, yeah, but he had less carries. But I don't remember how many.
345.
Okay.
Which is insane. That's an insane workload for your running back. I don't care if you're built like a Terminator.
Yeah.
Because nobody can go through that many car wrecks and still feel like the same guy. The Indianapolis Colts did this backwards. They took a team that was built to win in the winter,
mm-hmm.
and they did it in the fall. And now you have a lot of tread off the tires with Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
And what happens when you're running back? Because there's not much depth back behind him.
Yeah.
The depth behind him is comical. What happens when the tires fall off that car?
Oh, you're done.
Oh, now you have to turn back to Daniel Jones. You mean like the New York Giants did the year they made the playoffs and got shellacked? Because Daniel Jones is not that good.
Right.
But something I have learned in the NFL, there aren't 14 good quarterbacks in this league. There are 14 playoff spots every year. That's the way it's going to go year in and year out.
Mm-hmm.
14 quarterbacks will make the playoffs come hell or high water. Doesn't matter if they're good. Just matters how good were you this year.
Right.
I still think Indianapolis makes the playoffs, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to do so as the champions of the AFC South. Call-in lines open, 864-240-5480. Once again, 864-240-5480. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is The Overtime on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
The model year-end sale is rolling strong at Harley-Davidson at Greenville. Ride now with 0 down and no payments until 2026 on remaining 2024 models. New Road Glides starting at just $349 a month. Inventory is moving fast. Don't miss your chance to save big before these bikes are gone. Visit 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville or upstateharley.com. Harley-Davidson in Greenville, where fall freedom rides.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Who's hungry upstate? The Gilstrap Family Dealerships here. This month, we're serving up a heaping helping of deals. So right now, you could save up to $4,500 on a new Mitsubishi or any nicer, newer car, truck, or SUV that you choose from our huge selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's our feast of savings, and these deals are all gravy, baby. So if you're sick of your old ride, toss it like yesterday's leftovers. Come in today, and you could get up to $4,500 cash back on a nicer, newer car that you want and deserve. Been burned by past credit mishaps? Our For the People credit approval process is the secret sauce that you need. We gather around the banks and lenders who want to say yes. So pull up a chair at our Feast of Savings and save up to $4,500 on a nicer, newer ride. But hurry, a deal like this will be gobbled up in no time. The Gilstrap Family Dealerships, your dealer for the people. #1 Mitsubishi and the Truck Farms in Easley, Greenville, and Greer. Ask about our exclusive Customers for Life program with a free lifetime engine warranty, oil changes, and more. Call today at 306-8785 or be sure to check out our no-hassle pricing and instant financing on our all-new and improved website at thegilstrapfamilydealerships.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or kohls.com for details.
I see what you're doing over there, Falco. I mean, the 90s was the peak of music.
Oh, yeah. It was Thanksgiving week. I had to butter the turkey.
A funny story about that. So that was Three Doors Down.
Yeah.
I went to school with the bass player of Three Doors Down.
You went to school with everybody.
I actually went. So I went to the rival high school of everybody.
Oh, okay.
Ben Johnson went to our rival high school.
That's right.
I
yeah.
played against him.
I remember that.
Luke Combs went to our rival high school, and so did Caleb Presley from Barstool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were all there at vaguely the same time.
Yeah.
They were really good at doing everything except beating our teams when I was there. But
Can't do it all.
I mean, I think we're all having success.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to, compare notes. Yeah. I got that little dig in. Let's not talk about one of them is a CMA winner. One of them is a head coach of the Chicago Bears, and one of them is just crushing it at Barstool.
Yeah.
But we had me, Cameron Maben, who played for the Detroit Tigers for many years, and Justin Bilton, who is the bass player for Three Doors Down.
I think you guys won that trade.
You know what? I think I mean, I don't know if we won. I think we held our own.
Yeah.
The text line is open, as are the phone lines. Those numbers, the text line's 864-777-9593. We have several to get to there because Jeremy has to remember to check that
dog.
Screen. I got to check that dog. First one comes from our buddy Randy L. How long until Chip Kelly is involved in the college coaching carousel? I'm not. So this is a good transition into that.
Yeah.
Because that is one of the things I want to talk about tonight. Lane Kiffin's decision is coming this Saturday.
Right.
I have it on good authority that he hasn't even made up his mind yet. Here's what I do know. I do know for a fact that as of right now, it will not be Florida.
Oh, okay.
Florida came with the money. There's a lot of things going on with Florida they got into some trouble with paying their guys NIL-wise, which oddly enough, all three big schools in Florida did. It will be LSU or it will be Ole Miss.
Yeah.
But there is a rumor that is matriculating its way around college football circles right now that maybe Kalen DeBoer is actually interested in Penn State. I do not believe that, and I cannot get anybody to confirm that. But it does make sense. If you think about it with Lane Kiffin, and I'm not saying that that's going to happen. There is something weird about this whole scenario. He goes to Florida. He goes to LSU. He's very open about this. His ex-wife goes to both to scope out the landscape. If you were really sold on one, why do you wait until after the Egg Bowl? It didn't actually change anything. Nobody at Ole Miss is going, I feel better about this now. No, now it's
right.
Now it's you've had the fight with your wife, and instead of yelling at you, she went to bed.
Yeah.
And now you're just waiting for the morning, going, "This is not going to be good. This is not going to be a fun morning for me." Randy, as for your question, when does Chip Kelly get involved? I think he could be in on one of these smaller jobs.
Yeah.
I just think there's so many coaches, there's so many coordinators, there's so many guys out there, and everybody doesn't seem to have a backup plan. Ole Miss does not have a backup plan if Lane Kiffin leaves.
No.
I mean, I'm telling you, that job will wind up with a name that you are not expecting.
Yeah.
And it could become chaos. Now, if Lane Kiffin doesn't leave Ole Miss, then LSU and Florida and everybody else is sitting here holding the bag going, uh-oh. Because that means we all go down one spot, which means somebody's going to be left at the end of that with a big old Jed fish in their Christmas stocking. That's not a fun way to end that. Jimothy on the text line. Upside about being a Dallas fan, I always get to see my team play. The downside, I always watch them play. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was a lot of fun.
It was, yeah.
Howie
It was a good game.
I think you're a really smart guy, Howie. One of the best GMs we have in football. What I don't understand is, do you not know who Xavier Gibson is? As a lifelong Jets fan, I know and have cussed his name so many times.
Right.
I saw him back there. I looked at my wife and I said, watch him fumble this. Not 10 seconds before he did. She looked at me and said, did you, are we on a lag here? And I went, nope, that's live. But I've read that book before. Yeah. Don't like the ending all that much. Our buddy Tristan said, tuned into the radio, keep killing it, man. We always appreciate that. Hashtag go Colts. Then, after I had said my little diatribe about the Colts, he said, man, leave my Colts alone. Just kidding. Kind of. Have a blessed show and night, brother. You as well, Tristan, listening all the way in Indiana.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He actually sent me a video the other day of he lives right down the street from the Thunderdome.
Oh, okay.
Pat McAfee's, the church he converted.
Yeah.
And now I watched the video, and I've watched it a couple times since he sent it. I actually know where that is. We're in Indianapolis for the Combine every year, so I've driven right by. I've never seen it from that angle, and now I can't stop thinking about, I want to buy a church that has gone defunct.
Sure, yeah.
And we'll have sports AA meetings in the basement, and we'll put all of our shows in there.
Let's do it.
We can have cameras, and it'll be fun. It'll be like Google, but for sports and with way less money.
Way less.
Way
yeah.
less.
Way
money.
less.
The Podfather, Patrick Holt. Florida State just muffed another punt. Thank you. He's an NC State fan. He really enjoyed this past weekend as Florida State just in this betting world, if I didn't know better, I would think they bet against themselves. Thankfully, I do know better, and I just know they're really bad at football. The best dish, also, dressing is the best dish on the Thanksgiving table.
Nah.
You're not a dressing guy?
No, I'm not a dressing guy. Dressing, stuffing, whatever, all that stuff.
Stuffing's gross.
I'm a meat guy.
I don't do butt bread. That's not my thing.
That's fair.
I want the stuffing.
It's a good life lesson.
I want the dressing to have not been inside the turkey. You see how weird that sounds when you say it, and yet people.
Once
just
you put it that way, yeah.
People just do it. They're like, "Hey, we made this bread. We're gonna cram it in this bird, and then we're gonna eat it." Do you do that with anything else?
No.
You ever been to a pig roast and somebody's like, "Hey, you want to do with the yams?" Not that. That is not what I want to do with that.
What do we do with this apple? No, not the mouth.
Nope.
Yeah.
Front, not back. Don't do that. He also said Jeremy has no grounds to rate any movie. And then he said he even went to school with my ex-wife. I did, which is funny because he lives in Charlotte, and I still went to school with his ex-wife. Kind of goes to that Jeremy went to school with everybody. Our call-in line is open. That phone number, 864-240-5480. Once again, 864-240-5480. And the question we're asking tonight, who do you believe in? Do you believe in Baker Mayfield? Got a little good news on the MRI this morning.
Yeah, he did.
It's just a mild sprain. Could play this week. It's in the non-throwing shoulder. But do you care? Do you care if Baker comes back? He was brutal against the Rams last night before he got hurt. It was 31-7 before he got hit. I don't feel great about Tampa Bay. Do you really believe in Green Bay? As we were doing the show earlier today, Cowboy Zach Hurst, who's our third on the ESPN radio show, said, I think the Packers are the third best team in the NFC. And the only thing I could ask was, but why do you believe that? Because I watch them and see a mediocre team that's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I feel that way about a lot of teams, specifically in the NFC.
I felt that way about like the past few years with Jordan Love has felt like this weird up and down. It's like, okay, yeah, we've seen flashes. Like, okay, there's Jordan Love. What the hell was that?
I'm going to make a comp to Jordan Love, and once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Phillip Rivers. He's the same guy.
Okay, yeah.
He has arm talent that will absolutely mystify you and blow your mind.
Yep.
And he finds a way to do special things, even though he makes bad decisions. But when the lights turn on, he's never the one holding the cup at the end of the day.
Right.
And I think that's who he's going to be for his entire career. Jordan Love has an insane ability to just drop a dot into triple coverage and make every defender absolutely lose their mind.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he blows the simple throw.
Can't make the layups.
Just can't do it at a consistent level. So we ask, who do you believe in? Call in line 864-240-5480. This is the Overtime. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. We're brought to you by Ingles Markets. It's almost Thanksgiving. Just got a couple days. And if you want a turkey for after Thanksgiving, or maybe you get a small one that you can defrost in time, but make sure you defrost it before you deep fry it. Grade A frozen turkey, 12 to 24 pounds, 47 cents a pound. Right now, minimum $35 purchase, limit 2 per customer, conditions apply. And with that minimum $35 order, does your shopping list have you stressed out? Let us do the heavy lifting at Ingles. Ingles Curbside has you taken care of. Just visit us at shop.ingles-markets.com. Choose your items. We'll bring them out to you at your scheduled time. Limited time only. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is The Overtime on Fox Sports 104.9 FM.
104.9 Fox Sports Upstate Weather.
This is WYFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice with your forecast. Look for some rain to move our way as we go throughout the day on Tuesday. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s. With that kind of warmth, there's a chance for a few rumbles of thunder as we get late in the day. We'll watch out for a few stronger storms as well, mainly south of our area, though. That rain clears out as we go into early Wednesday. We'll top out around 70 degrees before that colder air moves in by Wednesday evening. It's going to be cold Thursday for Thanksgiving into Friday and Saturday. Highs in the upper 40s with lows in the mid-20s.
This report is sponsored by SC Education Lottery. If you root for the Tigers or the Gamecocks, the lottery is again inviting you to choose a side. Carolina and Clemson jackpot scratch-offs are on sale now. Bragging rights on these tickets are worth as much as $200,000. See SCEducationLottery.com for game odds and details.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. My kids went to bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat in dead short smells like a dog park. I'm Downy rinsing tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
17 million veterans have served our country. Since 2001, more than 150,000 veterans have died by suicide. Hundreds of thousands more suffer from the invisible wounds of war. It's time to act. Homebase has provided life-saving, world-class care to over 50,000 veterans and family members, all at no cost to them, from every state. The time to show your support is now. Donate today at homebase.org/iHeart and help our heroes heal. Make a gift. Save a life. The time is now. Homebase.org/iHeart.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
From NBA champion Stephen Curry comes Shot Ready, a powerful, never-before-seen look at the mindset that changed the game.
I fell in love with the grind. You have to find joy in the work you do when no one else is around. Success is not an accident. I'm passing the ball to you. Let's go.
Steph Curry redefined basketball. Now he's rewriting what it means to succeed. Order your copy of the New York Times bestseller Shot Ready today at stephencurrybook.com.
Why wait? Black Friday starts now on Palmetto State Armory products. Start saving today on Palmetto State Armory products like the PSA Dagger starting at $239 or the Optics Ready Micro Dagger starting at $299. Looking for your next AR-15? Palmetto State Armory lowers start at just $109 and complete AR-15s are available as low as $379. Looking for something new? Shop the PSA Jacko family starting at the lowest price ever of $1079. Why wait? Save today only at Palmetto State Armory.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Mike from REM on collaborating with John Paul Jones on Automatic for the People.
Well, it was really great. Being a Led Zeppelin fan and having seen them when I was 14 years old, he was the guy that kind of did the strings and did all the kind of harmony stuff. And, he walked in and he was the man. It was just really impressive. It was some great work. And it was funny, we were working in a studio in Atlanta. It was kind of a hip-hop studio. And none of them really cared who REM were. But the second that John Paul Jones got in there, every single one of the hip-hop guys came in and like, hey, man, those Zeppelin records, they're great. And we're like, but we're from Atlanta and Athens. No one knows us. But they knew who JPJ was.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more from your favorite artists.
He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is the Overtime on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. It's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
I think we should have stopped making music about 2010. Just, you know what? We did it. We covered it all, and we don't have to do it anymore.
We won music, yeah.
I believe we have a caller on the line. Randy, you're in Overtime with Trey Falco and Jeremy Greene. What can we do for you tonight, my friend?
How's it going tonight, gentlemen?
Oh, living the dream, sir.
All right. So I had a do and don't believe thing, but I wanted to ask, he says, I see the other guy on with you, Trey, you said his name is?
Yes, sir.
Is a Pittsburgh fan. And my biggest off-season regret, I'm a Patriots fan. It has nothing to do with wins and losses. It just has to do with the fun of watching things. I really wanted Pittsburgh to keep DK and Pickens and to sign Jameis Winston. And I just thought it would be a blast to watch.
Oh, yeah, the Crash Bros.
Oh, those two together with Jameis Winston. That could have been the first ever 50 touchdown, 50 interception, 40 ejection season in NFL history.
I've already said that.
And the most fun thing you've ever watched.
Oh, beyond a shadow of a doubt. It would have been. And Jalen Ramsey on the other side. The only sad thing is that means Jalen Ramsey could never have defended them.
Well,
because that might have just been a triple threat match at the 50-yard line of Akron Insurance Stadium.
Their practices would be legendary, okay?
Oh, that would be appointment television for media guys in Pittsburgh.
I want Jameis next year. If things don't pan out, we don't get a quarterback next year in the draft. Just grab Jameis and let's just have fun for a year.
I just want to see one pitchy woo-woo. I want to see one just absolute chaos. Cal Stanford, the band is on the field play. I think right now in a 40-yard dash, I'm 6'5", 305 pounds. I think right now in a 40-yard dash, I could outrun Jameis Winston. And I'm willing to try it for charity. I know Jameis. He's a big Florida State guy. He threw a cookie over my shoulder at the Super Bowl. Hit Andy Reid with it. Still one of my high water marks in my career. Randy, in the NFL, who do you trust?
He's such a great quarterback for those losing teams because he's going to lose a lot of games. You're going to get a high draft position, but you're going to have fun doing it, okay?
No doubt.
So, yeah, the do and don't believe, right? I don't believe in Darnold or Jones until I see them do it. And I mean more than like regular season. Indianapolis Colts, like you said, they've got a tough schedule coming up. I don't know. They didn't pull out the win against Kansas City. I don't know about Houston. Like, I don't believe in Houston's offensive line, but that defense is scary to watch.
The defense in Houston is fantastic. And based off what I saw a scared football team in Indianapolis that they got a lead. And for 2.5, almost 3 quarters, they looked far and away like the best team on that football field. The problem is they don't know how to win. And even I've established I'm a Sam Darnold truther, apologist, whatever acronym you want to use for me there. I understand why you say that with him. I mean, this guy won 13 games last year.
Right.
Goes into the playoffs and gets demolished on his home field by the Los Angeles Rams. I understand that criticism. The only caveat that I would have to that is, then do you just not believe in anybody? Because right now, I don't think you can look at Pat Mahomes and believe in that team. I don't think you can buy Lamar Jackson, who's struggling with the Jets and the Browns 2 weeks in a row. And Josh Allen, he doesn't understand. The ball needs to go forward. Stop turning your back to the line.
I believe in 2 guys right now, or 2 things right now. I think I do believe in Baker. Okay, I think Baker's a gamer. I kind of felt bad for him last night, man, because they were just getting after him, and he had nothing he could do with the ball, and he just has not had any of his tools. Right? I mean, he's a guy going to work with one tool in Ibuka, and Ibuka is a rookie receiver. He's a good rookie receiver, but he's a rookie receiver. And he doesn't have Evans. He doesn't have Godwin. He doesn't have a starting running back, right? They're relying on Sean Tucker for most of the carries, right? So I do believe Baker's a gamer. He needs a healthy team around him. And I also believe, just to involve my guys in New England here, I believe that the AFC is going to run through Foxborough. I don't know that that's good for us in the long run because, it leads to the possible like Washington situation on the other side where you end up coming out next year with this really tough schedule and you overperformed the first year and now you kind of get your butts handed to you the second year. So.
And thank you for the call, Randy. That's a great point. I do think the AFC will end up running through Foxborough because their schedule is brutal.
Yeah.
And when I say brutal, I mean they play. I know they have the Jets again, which I have to wash my hair that day. It is acceptable to say that you believe in a coach.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only thing I can look at with Kansas City is that, okay, you just believe in Andy Reid to such a point that you think he can scheme out all of these issues that I'm seeing with Kansas City. If that's how you feel about New England, I get it. You have a rookie quarterback. Well, second-year quarterback.
Yeah.
It would be a playoff rookie. And you never quite know how those guys are going to react in those situations.
Right. Totally different.
But for me, that's what's making this season so interesting is that you look up and down, whether it's the AFC or the NFC, there's a lot of teams that are buds.
Yeah.
Randy, really bright guy. I know him pretty well. Really smart football guy. He believes in Baker Mayfield. I believe in Sasquatch more than I believe in Baker Mayfield. But that's how crazy the season is that you get smart football people that are looking at this from every different prism, and I can make the argument for or the argument against practically everybody in this league.
Yeah.
Trey, I believe we have another caller on the line. Caller, who is this?
Hey, guys, this is Soaring Eagle. And
how are you, sir?
Tonight I wanted to it's time to talk about the Minnesota Vikings. Because so after whatever that was yesterday in Green Bay, and I found something online from True Insider. I don't know if Trey's seen this, but I did send it. I know Jeremy seen it because I sent it to his Twitter. And Trey, in case you haven't seen this, it's according to True Insider, J.J. McCarthy is now 851 or out of 852 or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Among qualified passers since 2000 in EPA dropbacks. Would you like to take a gander at who is worse than J.J. McCarthy?
Oh, I saw this. I can't remember. I'm going to have to cheat and pull it up. No, you tell me.
Oh, I know the answer.
Russell.
That's what it was.
It's Jamarcus Russell.
It's the hefty cannon known as Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say, how is Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah still employed? Because you literally had a no-doubt franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold 1 year ago that led you to a 14-3 record, and you just let him walk out the door and handed the reins of your franchise to a guy who, honestly, I legit think against the Green Bay Packers, you could have had a quarter-by-quarter rotation at quarterback with Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, and Charles Leclerc playing quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings each quarter. And if you don't know, those are Formula One drivers.
I was about to say those were F1 drivers. I saw the look on Trey's face.
They probably would have doubled what J.J. McCarthy, at least doubled what he got.
I firmly believe what I saw in Green Bay. You could have had Dorothy, Blanche, and whatever the other two names of the Golden Girls playing quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. It would have been better than what you got out of J.J. McCarthy. Sorry, that's a really good question. We appreciate the call. Minnesota's interesting, and it is something that I think we have to talk about with NFL teams.
Yeah.
I love analogies. It is my favorite way to explain things because no matter whether you're a diehard football fan or in passing, you can understand the analogy. The Minnesota Vikings were that guy. That guy we've all been friends with. He's dating the pretty girl.
Right.
They're comfortable. Life is good. Maybe they're never going to be millionaires. Maybe it's not everything you could want it to be, but you're happy. You're happy and you're comfortable. And then he went to a restaurant and the waitress told him he was cute because she wanted a bigger tip. And he went, I'm blowing my life up. That's the one. That girl right there is the future Mrs. Me.
Right.
And now you're on the other side of that going, what did I do? And the ex has moved on. The ex found she was fun. She was a good cook.
Yeah.
She was nice. Everybody's family liked her.
And the new girl is
your
9.
mom liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the new girl put cigarettes out on your couch. That's what you did. That's a thing you did, and you should not have. We have another caller on the line. Caller, who is this? Oh, I may have fiddled. Caller, call us back here on the call-in line for the overtime. That number, 864-240-5480. Also, you can get into the program by the text line, 864-777-9698. 888-985-93. We have a couple of those that are already in. One of them, fantasy question. In a Superflex league, for those of you that don't know, Superflex means you play two quarterbacks. QB1 is Drake May. Current Superflex is Caleb. That means you're in pretty good shape. Been up and down fantasy-wise, but you're in pretty good shape there. 11-1 with 11 straight podiums in scoring. Tight ends are Kyle Pitts, Zach Ertz, Gunnar Helm, and Darren Waller. The Kittle owner is willing to trade him for Caleb. I picked Shador up off waivers. Do I take the risk? This microphone has not figured me out yet, so I can't yell the way that I do in other programs I do. For the love of all that's good and holy, no. If you're looking at Shador Sanders going, that's going to be my answer. By the way, this applies to you too, Cleveland. You should run the other direction as fast as you can get there.
I think your analogy applies here.
I have never in my life seen Did you see? So the NFL put out a picture of Shador doing his little.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the caption?
No.
Legendary. He was 11 of 20 with one of the most god-awful interceptions I've ever seen. He had an 8 QBR. To put that into context, the quarterback he was going up against, Geno Smith, who I honestly thought forgot how to play football through two full quarters.
Looked like it, yeah.
He had a 12. That's all you need to know.
Right.
We have a caller back on the line. Caller, who is this?
Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? This is Billy over in Greer.
How are you, Billy?
Very good, Trey. Good to talk to you again.
Yes,
yeah, I was going to answer your question. You was asking who we believed in the NFL. To me, the two best teams in football are in the same division, and that's the Rams and Seattle, and I think it's in that order. You know, and you could probably make a case that Seattle is better than the Rams based upon that last game that they played, I guess, 2 weeks ago. You know, had Darnold not turned the ball over those 3 times, I'm not sure they wouldn't have won, and they still ended up only losing by 3. So to me, I think there is a big mark of delineation between those two and everybody else in the NFL. And as far as the AFC, I think it's wide open. Yeah, I'm with you and the last caller. I do believe that ultimately the playoffs are going to go through Foxborough, but I'm not sure that that's going to matter. I love their coach, but I just don't think you're going to get past the divisional round with a freshman or well, I guess a rookie quarterback, excuse me. I'm thinking college. So I just think if you get in the AFC, anything's possible. And I can tell you, you guys mentioned one team that I would not want to play if I was an AFC team, and that's the Houston Texans. If they can just get any kind of play at all out of their offensive line, their defense is legit. And I think C.J. Stroud is probably underrated. I know he has not played in a couple of weeks, but he's going to be fresh when he comes back, and that defense is for real.
C.J. Stroud's, I like to call these bungee players, that no matter what you think of them, you're probably on the wrong side of it at any given time. Because as soon as you buy into them, the play kind of slacks off. Now, and that's not because you are wrong. It's because they are inconsistent players. Look, C.J. Stroud's still young in this league. I say this with Panther fans all the time, and we are going to preview the Monday Night Football game at the top of the next hour. Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers, soon to be kicking off. I'm intrigued by Houston. I'll tell you why. Look at the quarterbacks and that was a great call by Billy, and not just because I 100% agree with him, that because my 1 and 2 would be the Rams and would be Seattle.
Yeah.
Those are the two teams I trust because they're really good defensively. They have pass rushers that can get after it. They have a quarterback that I trust, a quarterback that has been here before. This will not be your first time on the turnip truck. Now, what I say to Houston, and I think that was a good point by Billy as well, right now, the teams that would make the playoffs in the AFC, New England Patriots, second-year quarterback Drake May. Denver Broncos, second-year quarterback Bo Nix. Indianapolis Colts, 1 playoff start, Daniel Jones. Los Angeles Chargers, 1 playoff win, Justin Herbert. Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
Then you get Buffalo. Then you get Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in either of those teams. I believe in your quarterback to such a point. I believe in your talent to such a point that I don't think you can rule them out.
Right.
I equated this on another show over the weekend. This is like the college football playoff. There's going to be a side with Ohio State that I'm looking at everybody going, I don't think any of you are good enough to beat the fact that I think they have the best pass rusher in the country. They have the best all-around player in Caleb Downs. They have a quarterback that's completing 80% of his passes, and I think they have the best player overall in college football in Jeremiah Smith. Everything else on that team doesn't matter.
Right.
The fact they haven't beaten anybody, the fact they haven't played anybody, I don't care. I'm looking at it. Everything goes through that. That's the NFC. Because the Rams are that big, scary bear that I'm not sure how any of you beat them. Because they have the most experienced quarterback. To me, they have the best coach. And they have one of the deepest rosters. The AFC is the other side of this is a battle royal. This I know you're not a wrestling guy, but they do this thing every year in January. It's called the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
That's where 30 guys go in, 29 of you go over the top rope, and it's chaos.
Right.
That's going to be the AFC playoffs. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't even have a favorite. I would wager on you flipping a coin. I cannot comfortably put money on anybody right now. If I had to, just absolutely have to, it would be New England. But that's because I trust that roster and I trust that coach.
Right,
and I cannot say that about any other team in the AFC. We have a caller on the line. Let's do that before we go into the commercial break. Caller, who is this? Oh, that worked out quite nicely because Trey was looking at me saying, take a break. That's one of those things that you learn as you do this together. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. You're in the overtime on Fox Sports Upstate.
This is our lair.
Under pressure and sacked. Derek Brown into the backfield.
Where Panthers football lives.
The give to Dowdle. Up the gut. Touchdown!
Turn special moments into unforgettable memories at Bank of America Stadium with our new birthday packages. Get discounted tickets, meal vouchers, video board shoutouts, swag, and more. Learn more today at panthers.com/tickets.
Need better sleep? Score huge deals on your perfect bed at Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Stop in today and let the sleep experts find the right upgrade for your unique needs. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
Do you have a question about your home? Y'all call Wally.
Welcome to Y'all Call Wally with Waldrop Plumbing, Heating, and Air's expert emeritus, Wally the Walrus.
Hello, Dan.
Our first caller has a 5-year-old water heater. Jamie from Anderson, go ahead.
Yeah, my hot water isn't lasting nearly as long as it used to, Wally. Do I need a replacement already?
A free Waldrop Plumbing inspection will answer that question, James. And if you'd like us to drain and flush your tank, we can do that right away.
Okay.
Have you considered having your anode inspected?
I don't know. Is it painful?
The anode rod attracts corrosive elements in the water before they can build up in your tank. Installing a new one now will keep your water heater running efficiently for years longer.
I didn't even know water heaters had anode rods.
Well, that's just the sort of detailed expertise you should look for when choosing the plumbing walrus that's right for you.
You're the only walrus for me, pal. See you next time, folks.
.com.
SC Department of Corrections is hiring correctional officers statewide. Must be at least 18 years old with a high school diploma or GED. Discover a rewarding career with great benefits at joinscdc.com. Sponsored by SC Department of Corrections, SCBA, and this station.
This season, many families in our community are struggling to put food on the table. Together, we can change that. Visit upstatestrong.com to donate non-perishable food items and help fight food insecurity. Because no one in the upstate should go hungry.
When your child needs an ENT procedure like ear tube placement, tonsil removal, or nasal treatment, you want answers, not delays. Surgery Center at Pelham offers quicker access to expert care for chronic infections, breathing issues, and more. Why wait months when your child could be scheduled this week? Trust the Surgery Center at Pelham, because when it comes to your child's health, the sooner the better. Call the Surgery Center at Pelham today. High quality treatment with transparent pricing is a click away at surgerycenteratpelham.com.
Let's talk turkey.
The free iHeartRadio app is the #1 app for radio. No stuffing.
Just live radio, 24/7 news, live sports, and your favorite podcasts. And you can stay home all with easy presets.
Get what millions are already thankful for.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. I really pushed for that to be my first wedding song because it fit my ex-wife quite well. We got a caller, I believe. It's Chad, the vending machine king. On line one, Chad, how are you tonight?
What's going on, Jeremy?
How are you,
man? I heard you talking about this sports church, man. Can I be nominated for a deacon in this church, man? I don't want to preach or nothing, but man, I could take up offering and pray with the folks when their teams lose or whatever.
I think it's a great idea, and we know definitively that we would have tremendous snacks.
Yes,
if Chad's involved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. We would definitely have the fellowship halls plenty stocked. Heck yeah. But, man, what you think about them Panthers tonight, man? I think it's going to be a close game. I think if we get Rico going and he gets some good runs in and we can shut down CMC, we've got a good chance of taking a win tonight.
Well, Chad, that's a great question. We're going to fully break this game down at the start of the next hour. That will be the opening segment of the next hour because, to me, this is kind of one of those benchmark games. Because it is tough to go to San Francisco and beat a team that has played in primetime. You got to understand, the schedule of primetime is really tough for a team that doesn't do it often. And just think about it this way. If you go to work at 9 a.m., and that's what you're used to, imagine your day flips and now you start at 3 p.m. And you got to work later into the night when you're used to being comfortable on your couch. It is a discrepancy. It doesn't always bear itself out. Sometimes it does, way more often on Thursdays than on Mondays. I am intrigued by this game for two reasons. One, I think this is a gettable game for the Panthers. I think if Bryce I don't think it has to be an A-plus game. I think he needs one of those B, solid, don't turn it over games. Rico, this is a gettable defense for Rico. Also, went to the same high school that the three guys I said earlier went to. He's from Reynolds as well. Rico can really be tough on San Francisco because their linebackers are so small. This is a fast defense, but it's a small defense. That's beneficial for Rico. To me, I look at Teteroa McMillan. If you told me his stat line tonight, I feel like I can tell you whether Carolina wins this game or not because he's the one that I believe is a mismatch for San Francisco, no matter who they put on him, especially considering Robert Saleh plays sides. This is a zone-heavy team, and you can scheme it out. This is a big benchmark for Dave Canales tonight. Chad, we appreciate the call. He is the vending machine king. It is very rare that you can be a king in any industry, but Chad manages to do it. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Number one on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Ingalls studio, this is WROO-FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. We are Fox Sports. And here's what you need to know.
The Monday Night Football matchup kicks off in 15 minutes. San Francisco hosting Carolina. Browns quarterback Dylan Gabriel was cleared to play, but Shedeur Sanders will start again Sunday against the 49ers. Gabriel is out of concussion protocol. The Vikings place quarterback J.J. McCarthy in concussion protocol. Bucs QB Baker Mayfield has a sprained left shoulder. Washington quarterback Jaden Daniels will return to practice this week, but he hasn't been cleared for contact yet. Among the three games in the NFL this Thursday, Thanksgiving, Cincinnati at Baltimore, and Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow is expected to play, but wide receiver T. Higgins is out with a concussion. In the NBA, Detroit has won 12 in a row and is winning by 12 tonight. Mid-second quarter, Pistons lead at Indiana 60-48. Pacers 2-14 this year. Toronto's won 7 straight, but trailing Cleveland at home 50-44 in the second. I'm Steve DeSager.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or kohls.com for details.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Celebrate the season with the very best Christmas music ever made with iHeart Christmas. All your favorites 100% commercial free. Just open the app and search Holiday to find iHeart Christmas. Plus other holiday stations and playlists to put you in a merry mood. Open the app and search Holiday to start listening.
Technology can tell you a lot of things.
Screen time will tell you how much time you have spent on your phone on that day.
But how about you tell it something? Simply say to your smart speaker, Alexa, play 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate on iHeartRadio.
And you need to play
And then we'll tell you stuff. See? Technology's amazing. I like what you're wearing, by the way.
Hey, wait a minute.
You should probably put some duct tape over that camera.
The games are over, so there's only one thing left to do: overreact. The NFL Draft Nerd is here to weave through the world of sports and separate fact from fiction. Get involved. The call-in line's open at 864-240-5480. You can tweet us, we don't call it X, at the NFL Draft Nerd. Now, here's that creed-loving, bird-fearing, football lunatic, Jeremy Greene.
Hour 2 on a Monday. We're having a good time here in the overtime, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them online, ingles-markets.com. That's the one-stop shop for all your Thanksgiving. Whether you like dressing like I do, and you don't like it like Trey.
That's me, yeah.
What's your bread thing? You just do dinner rolls? I mean, you got to have something bread-related with turkey.
I mean, dinner rolls is fine, yeah.
This is also a great time. I'm a big fan of PSAs. If you're the guy that creates that cooks a turkey.
Yeah.
And by the time it's done, there's more moisture in a cardboard box than in your bird. Maybe bring cups this year.
Yeah, cool.
Nobody needs to be thankful for that deer antler dry turkey jerky that you made, okay? Defer that to somebody that knows. Maybe a little basting.
That goes a long way,
Maybe inject it with some stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe don't cook it for 47 hours. I don't know. I don't make the turkey. But I've had a few that they could have used an injection of moisture. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. Call-in lines open, 864-240-5480. And I believe we have Jason on line 1.
Hey, Kansas fan again. Jeremy, how you doing, brother?
How are you, my friend?
Well, speaking of injecting things, can you inject some life in the Eagles' offense, please? That's – oh, my God. Like, the one time I can't blame Patullo. I can't, because how is it his fault that AJ, gets called on a false start, or Smith sets a pick, or fumbles in the red zone, or Jalen Hurts, with the cleanest pocket I could possibly imagine, decides, instead of throwing this ball away, I'm so afraid of interceptions, I'm going to run backwards and take a sack out of field goal range that would win us the game. Yeah, that's the play. I'm going to lose my mind, Jeremy. I'm going to lose my mind with this offense.
Philadelphia is a weird case study because, look, you're coming off a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously these pieces work together. But I'm not going to lie to you. When my time in radio is done and I'm old and senile, I'm going to write a book about the Philadelphia Eagles because I believe in practically every player you have. And every year I watch this team and go, why is this working? Why does Jalen Hurts, who is inaccurate as all get out past 15 yards, why is this working?
Right.
He has a weird, elongated throwing motion. He's Lamar Jackson when Lamar Jackson was a rookie. If Lamar Jackson was 40 pounds heavier and ran like a fullback, it doesn't make sense why this works.
I call him J.J. McCarthy with an arm, but, each his own.
Well, and that's the funny thing is just because something works doesn't mean that it's long-term sustainable.
Right.
This is not inviting you to do this. As a matter of fact, it's me aggressively saying, don't do this. You can fill your truck up while smoking a cigarette. Just because you didn't set yourself on fire doesn't mean that it's a good idea. And that's how I keep looking at Philadelphia. I have to prop up Jalen Hurts with A.J. Brown, who I think is a top 5 talent at wide receiver in the NFL. I think Devontae Smith is a top 10-ish. He's probably the best pure route runner in the NFL.
Right.
And he has just velvet hands. He's just really thin. And so he can, against really physical corners, get kind of taken out.
Yeah.
But you've got Goddard and Saquon and all of those pieces on the defense, and you need that to prop up Jalen. That means you don't have the quarterback. And I routinely ask Eagles fans this. How many games would you win if Matthew Stafford was your quarterback?
At this point, I'm asking how many games would we win if McKee was our starting quarterback?
I do love Tanner McKee. I've always said we're kind of like an AA meeting for sports.
Yeah.
I'm Jeremy, and I'm a Tanner McKee-aholic because I looked at him last year and went, I hate every quarterback in this draft class not named Jackson Dart, and if I can't have him, I want Tanner McKee. And
he was our, we were talking about him being our best asset for trades. Now it's like, no, you can't have him. You can't have him.
And that's an interesting thing as time goes on with Philadelphia. I've met Nick Sirianni a couple times, and he's very off-putting. It works because his guys love him. He's a player's coach. They play hard for him. I just don't think he is a great X's and O's coach. I think Mike Vrabel is a better motivator, and so is Dan Campbell. I think Andy Reid and Sean McVay are better X's and O's guys. He fits Philadelphia because Philadelphia wants one of their own as their coach, and he has that same mindset. I get it. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like that, and I can't remember what the thing's called. It's like a gyroscope that it constantly spins. There's like 8 discs, and they're just spinning in opposite directions, and it never stops. It doesn't really make any sense as to why this keeps going.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure somebody that's way more intelligent when it comes to science to make it explain
Science,
it.
yeah.
But it doesn't make sense. It's pretty. I mean, put it on my desk, spin it around, it's fine.
Yeah.
Philadelphia just doesn't make tangible sense to me. Jason, we appreciate the call. Appreciate you as always. It is Monday Night Football. And this week we get the hometown Carolina Panthers.
It's pretty good.
It's one of the only animal noises I can make. That and the mating call for a Sasquatch.
That does not surprise me.
Just go out in the woods and do that. Trust me, one will show up. Or you'll look like a moron and I'll record it with my cell phone and put it on the internet. Who knows? You never know which one it's going to be. Tonight we have the Carolina Panthers, San Francisco 49ers. This is a great litmus test for Carolina. To me, this is a great litmus test for Dave Canales.
Yeah.
I understand this defense pretty well. Robert Saleh was the coach of my team, the New York Jets.
Right.
That I worked directly with when he was with the Jets.
Yeah.
So I know this team quite well. There are really easy ways to take advantage of what he does. I'm going to give you an example. And the funny thing is the team that did this the best is the team he now works for.
Yeah.
So he had Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed in New York. 2 great corners. Mm-hmm. 2 corners that are way better than what he has right now.
Yeah.
So they play sides. He plays a heavy zone scheme. He gets guys comfortable on a side, and that's how you play. Well, what happens when you play a guy on the outside? When I motion a fullback out to the outside. Now your best corner is on my fullback, and I've moved my number 1 receiver to the inside.
Right.
And there is absolutely nothing he can do about it. He has played a little bit more man, but you can tell the bread is buttered zone-wise.
Yeah.
Now, here's why I bring this up. I look at a Carolina team that is very well situated to beat this. Because right now, San Francisco does not have a ton of guys that win consistently up front. Bryce Huff has had some success. but it's not consistent, and you can run at it.
Right.
The problem with him is he plays in a wide 9. And for those of you who don't know, that a wide 9, the term comes because the edges are outside the 9 gap, which is outside the tackle. So the line is spread out really far across the offensive line. Bryce Huff is a thinner guy. Keon White, they added him to kind of bulk this up.
Sure.
They don't have a ton of guys that are going to win consistently. So the reason I say that is that you should be able to scheme Bryce Young into some good situations tonight. And what I'm looking for, I want to get Tet McMillan on Upton Stout as many times as I can. I'll settle for Diamador Lenore. Anytime I see that, that's my one read.
Yeah.
Every single time. For those of you that don't know, Upton Stout is the same height that I was when I was 10 years old. He's 5'8".
Really?
He's a little tiny feller. Little slot guy. But that's why I said that about Robert Saleh and how you can stretch this defense out and get yourself into some advantageous matchups.
Yeah.
I want to see Rico Dowdle doing that trail. All right, so the trail is when you see a running back in shotgun, the running back runs out past the tight end. Mm-hmm. That's to get the matchup you want. That's the reason you do that. It's called a phantom motion. You do that to get a matchup that's advantageous to you or to tip off what the defense is doing. This is a great situation for Bryce to be able to really discern what the defense is doing, pick his spots. Chad asked for a pick on this game. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't tell you Carolina's going to win it because I do think George Kittle is going to be a tough matchup to deal with.
Yeah.
Carolina's just not perfectly suited to deal with him. But offensively, Bryce Young should be able to pick this defense apart. I'm not saying he's going to throw for 400 yards or whatever he did against Atlanta a couple weeks ago. But should he be able to 260, 2 touchdowns, maybe he lets one slide, an interception, that should be good enough to beat this team. Because the San Francisco 49ers have become exactly what the Carolina Panthers were. This is not a popular sentiment with Panther fans, but it's the truth. You became so reliant on Christian McCaffrey that you don't really do anything else well.
Yeah.
Because he's such a focal point of the offense that if you can bottle him up, they don't really do much else well. Demarcus Robinson, not a high-level receiver in this league. He's a fine 3.
Yeah.
Ricky Pearsall, he's a fine 2. Juwan Jennings is a low-level 1 at best.
Right.
And I would say he's a mid-tier 2. He just has a really good relationship with Brock Purdy. And you have a running back and a tight end that gets him into some advantageous positions. I don't think the San Francisco offense is great. I think it barely passes as good at times. It just picks on bad teams.
Yeah.
But that's why I say this is a great litmus test for the Carolina Panthers. Are you a good team? Are you a team that's going to step up here in prime time with a chance to take the lead in the division with the only other good team in this division's quarterback's arm in a sling, and you have 2 cracks at them?
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest games this team's had in the last 5 years. Maybe the biggest game they've had in the last 5 years. And how they respond will tell me a lot. You don't have to win. You cannot get trucked. And you cannot look like you are seriously inferior to the San Francisco 49ers. If you tell me they walk out of San Francisco, walk out of Santa Clara tonight with a 4-point loss, there's a great chance that I'm going to be okay with it. Now, if they were down 25, then that's a little different story. But as long as you're in this game with 5 minutes to go, there are very few losses here because this is a gettable schedule the rest of the year, and it's a gettable division because I don't buy Tampa Bay. But tonight you have to make a statement, and we're about to do that on Monday Night Football. I heard Big Cat John Ellis earlier say by the time Chris Stapleton's done singing, he'll be back from a commercial break. We're going to test that out because he's getting ready to cue up the band. We're going to cue up a commercial. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is The Overtime brought to you by Ingles Markets on Fox Sports 104.9, Fox Sports Upstate.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind. knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
From NBA champion Stephen Curry comes Shot Ready, a powerful, never-before-seen look at the mindset that changed the game.
I fell in love with the grind. You have to find joy in the work you do when no one else is around. Success is not an accident. I'm passing the ball to you. Let's go.
Steph Curry redefined basketball. Now he's rewriting what it means to succeed. Order your copy of the New York Times bestseller, Shot Ready, today at StephenCurryBook.com.
Kix Layton here with my good friend Dewey, Dewey's Pawn Shop at 5900 Augusta Road. So everybody knows that Dewey's buys, sells, and trades guns, gold, and diamonds. Tell us about your staff. You're a first-time hunter or a gun buyer. They come in. They take care of them.
If it's the first time you've ever bought a gun or if you've bought many, our guys will try their best to help you out and get you exactly what you want. If we have to order it for you or if we have to do some custom work for you, we'll get it done for you.
So with over 35 years buying and selling guns, gold, and diamonds, you've been lending people money as well. How does that work?
A lot of times people don't want to sell their firearm, if it's something that their grandpa gave them or something, but they need some quick cash and everything. We'll do a loan. We do cash loans on guns, gold, and diamonds and, a lot of other things. But you don't have to come in and trade your gun for something else. People will come in and pawn their old gun to buy a new gun, and then they'll come back and get their gun out of pawn later on.
Remember, Dewey's buys, sells, and trades guns, gold, and diamonds. Located at 5900 Augusta Road, Greenville, or online at deweyspawn.com.
Do you have a question about your home? Y'all call Wally.
Welcome to Y'all Call Wally with Waldrop Plumbing, Heating, and Air's expert emeritus, Wally the Walrus.
Hello, Dan.
Our first caller has a 5-year-old water heater. Jamie from Anderson, go ahead.
Yeah, my hot water isn't lasting nearly as long as it used to, Wally. Do I need a replacement already?
A free Waldrop Plumbing inspection will answer that question, James. And if you'd like us to drain and flush your tank, we can do that right away.
Okay.
Have you considered having your anode inspected?
I don't know. Is it painful?
The anode rod attracts corrosive elements in the water before they can build up in your tank. Installing a new one now will keep your water heater running efficiently for years longer.
I didn't even know water heaters had anode rods.
Well, that's just the sort of detailed expertise you should look for when choosing the plumbing walrus that's right for you.
You're the only walrus for me, pal. See you next time, folks.
Y'all call Wally.
Show we say it's like an AA meeting.
Yes.
Don't yell at your television. Don't scare your children. Call your local radio host and yell at them.
Right.
We'll listen. I mean, we can't do anything about it, but we will listen.
Ears are open, yeah.
Call-in line, text line, both open. And we have some text to the text line. First one's from the vending machine king. His name's Chad. He said the Sasquatch mating call needs to be the altar call for the sports church. I think that's a great idea.
I love it.
Personally. Jimothy, I believe in Jerry Jones, but I believe in Jerry Jones to be Jerry Jones. He will continue to make a great decision, then 5 dumb ones, just to ruin it all. Because the only thing larger than his checkbook is his ego.
I've been thinking about it a lot in the shower.
I've never heard that clip before, and I'm a big fan of it.
Have you heard the Glory Hole clip?
I have not.
Oh.
Is that
I
a thing
want
he
me
said?
some Glory Hole.
You're welcome.
I'm going to need you to put those on an MP3 and send them to my email.
You want the shortcut or the long cut?
The fact there's a long cut makes me really happy. One of our favorite things to do in the middays is I do a ton of impressions. I was a comedian before I got into radio, and I've been trying to figure out how to do Jerry Jones. It becomes very Darth Vader, Morgan Freeman-y.
What?
Well, Morgan Freeman's one of the best impersonations I do.
Oh, okay.
And for whatever reason, you start with Jerry, and it can slip into George W. Bush, or it will become Morgan Freeman.
Okay, that was solid.
Yeah, that was part of my shtick when I did stand up. So I do a lot of impressions. It's fun to go to dinner with me because you're really going to dinner with about 14 people, and you never quite know which ones they'll be. Another text to the text line from Chris Oder in Cincinnati, Ohio. With so many glaring needs on the defense, is Caleb Downs still the move if he makes it to Cincinnati's pick? We're going to talk a lot of NFL draft. I am the NFL draft nerd. Right. This is how I got here. It's because I'm a draft guy. Caleb Downs, I can already tell you, is going to go far too low. I think he's probably the most sheer talented player in this class, but he plays safety.
Right.
Safeties always fall. Kyle Hamilton, I cannot tell you how many arguments I got into over him. Well, he only ran a 4.6. Don't care. I don't care if he ran a 9.6. I don't care if it looks like he was running the 100 meters in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't care. That kid can play the football. And that's what I want.
Right.
I want football players. Jason from Scotland, can we talk about how much of a drop-off the Eagles' offensive line is having this season? I'm aware there have been injuries, but it seems like they've forgotten how to shift anyone in the running game. Feels like Mekhi Becton has been our biggest loss in the offseason. That is a really smart text all the way from Scotland. Thank you for that. Jason, that is one of the biggest things, but I don't know that it's just the line. The line's a problem.
Yes,
Tyler Steen going in for Mekhi Becton. You have the injury now to Lane Johnson. Tom Brady can't say Landon Dickerson's name and almost gets his life canceled.
Yep.
There are issues on that line, but I think all of these things are kind of manifesting themselves into each other. Saquon Barkley last year was an absolute animal.
Yeah, he was.
I'm not sure that we couldn't have had Trey, Big Cat John Ellis, Richmond Weaver, myself, and Kix Layton as the offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm still pretty sure Saquon would have had 1,200 or 1,300 yards last year.
Yeah.
Because he was just shot out of a cannon. Now it's not there, and it's kind of chicken and the egg. Which one was here first?
Right.
I think they're both playing into each other to such a point, but there is no doubt that offensive line for Philadelphia is nowhere near where it was a year ago. Really good message there from our buddy Jason in Scotland. Call-in line's open, 864-240-5480, or the text line, 864-777-9593. You can also find us on all the social medias at the Sportsocracy. We have everything short of an OnlyFans. Haven't felt the urge to do that yet.
One day.
I think that's a real niche.
I actually have an idea for that I'll run by you in the break that I've thought about. So
I don't think I've ever been more scared in all my years in radio. And I sit across from Tank Spencer every day. You can also find me on Twitter at the NFL Draft Nerd. Trey, it's time.
Oh.
It's time to play one of our favorite games. We play it every week. It's called Can I Pick That Dog?
Yes.
I've picked out 7 very popular underdog picks for the coming week.
Okay.
In college football and the NFL. And I ask you a simple question. Can I pick that dog?
Okay.
We start the game I will be at. Georgia Tech, Georgia, in the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
Okay.
I am firmly of the belief we should look at the ACC and just say, there's no next bar for you.
Right.
You've had too many, and you need to go home and think about what you did because the ACC is terrible. Georgia Tech, 13.5-point dog against the Dogs. And I ask you, can I pick that dog?
I actually don't know that I'd pick that dog.
I love and hate rivalry games.
Yeah.
Because every time I see a number like that, especially with a quarterback like Haynes King, I want to take it.
Right.
Because so often these games wind up close. How many times when Georgia Tech was terrible did you see them play? They should have beaten Georgia last year.
Oh, yeah.
A way better team than what we're getting out of Georgia right now. But I can't do it. I can't do it. And it's not even really that I believe in Georgia. I keep hearing about Gooner. Gooner.
Right.
He's so good. Is he? Is he good? Or is the defense good? I'm not picking that dog. Next, Texas plus the 2.5 at home against Texas A&M.
Ooh, plus the 2.5. I don't know that I'd pick that dog. I am not bought into Texas.
I am not just going to pick that dog.
Ooh.
I'm going to love that dog like my best good friend. I'm going to give him a bath, and then I'm going to roll in a mud puddle with him. Because I don't just think Texas is going to beat Texas A&M. I think they are going to smoke Texas A&M.
Okay.
And it's not even that I really believe in Texas.
Yeah.
I think they're much improved. They're a good football team. Not as good as we thought they would be, but it's a good football team. It's a really good defense. I look at Texas A&M and go, how many times have I watched you Lucy with the football to me? And now you're just further down the line than I've seen you before. This screams Texas A&M meltdown game. And Marcel Reed throws 2 interceptions, and Texas runs it up on them in Austin. That's my favorite dog of the week. We'll do these quickly because I don't think we need a lot of time on these. Michigan plus the 9.5 against Ohio State. Can you pick that dog?
Michigan plus, you said plus 9.5?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I picked that dog all day. That might be my favorite dog.
I'm out.
Really?
Because Michigan's not any good. You have a quarterback, true freshman.
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood. Super talented. I think he'll be really good 2 years from now. He ain't right now. And you have Ohio State Michigan is one of the weirdest rivalries I've ever seen.
Right.
Because Ohio State wins a national title and their fan base still complains about losing to Michigan.
Yeah.
These guys have never beaten Michigan. They're fitting to. And I think it could be ugly. I think that one could be 56-6. Jeez. It wouldn't shock me in the least. Auburn plus 6.5 against Alabama. That one is in Jordan.
Yeah, let me pick that dog.
I'm not going with you on that one.
Dang.
I don't think Auburn's good. Although Deuce Knight is the young quarterback.
Yeah.
He is – that gives you at least something
right
to look at for the future for Auburn. It also makes that job really intriguing. The Palmetto Bowl. The Clemson Tigers.
All right.
Plus the 2.5 at your South Carolina Gamecocks.
Oh, this is a hard one. Plus 2.5. I don't think I'd pick that dog. I'm leaning more towards South Carolina.
Oh, I'm all in on. This is South Carolina's bowl game.
Yeah.
And there is a lot going around that program, whether it's guys in the transfer because they've got so much talent.
Right.
Because you look at Dylan Stewart, you look at Lenora Sellers, you look at Nick Harbor.
It's all there.
These are all 5-star guys.
Yeah.
That, trust me, every program in America is sniffing around. This is the week that Shane Beamer corrals them and just goes, boys, look, I know we're not going to a bowl game. I boo-booed with Mike Shula. I will correct that moving forward.
Right.
But we're going to beat Clemson in Columbia. I think that will be one of the best rivalry games of the weekend because those are still 2 talented teams that just had – this year didn't go exactly how you wanted it to.
Right.
We're in a place that you're either a Tiger or you're a Gamecock.
There's no in between, yeah.
And this week, I will happily be a Gamecock. Trey, I believe we have a call on line 1. Caller, who is this?
This is Welch.
Hey, Welch, how are you?
What's going on? You said something last week that sent me down a rabbit hole, and now I can't unsee it. Talking about the future of quarterback in the NFL and how it's going backwards as far as quality goes. With Minnesota in beyond Mercury retrograde at quarterback, I don't think Miami is getting anything better than Tua in the next couple of years. Having said that, do the Patriots have the best quarterback in their division going forward?
It depends on how you're asking that. Going forward, yes, because he's younger, he's cost controlled for 2 years. really cost control for 3 years because that's an option, and he has to start winning. And if he wins MVP, he gets very expensive in year 5. But he's young. You have 2 years to build the roster around him. And I cannot emphasize this enough. The numbers in the NFL are made up. So until I have to come off that $3, $4, maybe $500 million deal for Drake May, I think he's the best value in sports. So, yeah, I would say Drake May is currently the best quarterback in the AFC. He's certainly playing that way. You start talking about value, and now it's how many times can we lap Josh Allen?
Right.
I mean, look, and his deal's still good. He signed an insanely long deal. So it's still a good value. It's just very obvious that the pieces around him are not as good as they were 2 or 3 years ago.
But Buffalo's going to go the way that the Chiefs are headed right now, where they're paying Allen, and they're not going to be able to buy a defense or a O-line to protect him. We saw that against Houston.
That's one of the funny things about the NFL, and it's how it was. We did this on purpose. We don't want dynasties.
Right.
The whole structure of the cap and contracts was to keep us from having those. The funny thing is, really, since the constraints got tighter, we've had 2 with New England and Kansas City. And now the cap is going up so fast. And there's this applies more in baseball. But if you look at what the Dodgers are doing, where they're pushing all the money down the line, and the thought process is that the dollar is devaluing so quickly that we're actually getting a value on the backside, because $35 million 10 years from now is the equivalent of $15 million now.
Yeah.
Because the dollar devalues. NFL teams are doing some of the same things, where they're kicking big numbers down the road, because I want to be able to build around the guy when he's in his late 20s as opposed to his early 30s. You don't get a lot. I mean, Brady and Manning really spoiled us. Most guys, if they're going to hit that stride, it's in that range from 24 to 30.
The one thing that Brady did more than any other quarterback, and Mahomes did it to a certain extent, was realign his contract, and then they would just import new players to surround him.
That's very true. Welch, we appreciate the call. And he's got a really good point, is that you're getting to a point where Pat Mahomes is still a value. That's the crazy thing about Kansas City. It's one of the best values in sports, because he signed that deal so far out, and he keeps moving the numbers around.
Yeah, the Bank of Mahomes.
To allow everybody to do what they want to do. Trey, do you have a musical bed over there of some kind?
Depends on what you look for, yeah.
Just something quick and jazzy, if you will.
Oh, jazzy.
That one would have worked.
Okay, there we go. We'll go back.
So you can also see this show on YouTube if you want to see Trey and I. You can find us on YouTube at the Sportsocracy. Something that we get in the YouTube is the Super Chat.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where people they throw you a little shekel to tell them that they appreciate you. We got 2 of those. One of them's from Sir Jimothy. Let's see. He says, chances that George Pickens replaces Lamb next year as the wide receiver 1 in Dallas officially. I think he's already replaced CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear the list of receivers that have more receiving yards right now than George Pickens?
Well, I know he has more receiving yards than the entirety of the Pittsburgh Steelers receiving corps combined.
It's a piece of paper with Jackson Smith and Jigba's name on it. That's it. He's 2.
Yeah.
I think he's already passed him. I said this multiple times over the weekend. I think CeeDee Lamb might be the most overrated player in the NFL, because his hands are just not good enough. He's a great player in space. Arguably top 2-3 player in the league with the ball in his hand.
Right.
It's just hard to get the ball in his hand. He's not a natural hands catcher. He wants to get it into his body. You can tell he played running back earlier in life.
Right.
And he just never really developed those locked on Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Amon-Ra St. Brown hands. And so now I look at him as, I think if I had to choose one, it would be GP3.
Yeah, I like it. I guess I'm just cursed from his years there at Pittsburgh. I worry about GP if he's not getting fed the ball, which, I mean, it looks like he's getting fed in Dallas, so he'd be nice at a wide receiver 1. I feel like he thrives better in a 2.
Oh, the thing about Brian Schottenheimer, another coach that I know particularly well, he will always overly force feed the 1 and the 2.
Good.
I mean, I'll be
That's
honest
what he
with you,
needs.
I don't like Brian Schottenheimer
Yeah.
as a head coach. I think he's a perfect pairing with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
See that?
We have one more from Red Sea. Says it's almost 8:30. Why is Drew Petzing still employed? I'm telling you, if that dude ever ends up in a pit, Red Sea's house is going to be swarmed by the FBI. Drew Petzing, offensive coordinator of the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
And this is a bigger topic. Kick the field goal. I mean, I get analytics. Analytics are fun.
Right. Yeah, they're great.
Hey, if the nerd over here told us that we actually have a 3% better chance to win this game if we could go for it instead. Or, and hear me out, you take points.
Right.
I thought that no less than 10 times over the weekend. Just take the points. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered.
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you.
You have got just a cavalcade of little buttons over there.
I've got about 150 of them.
I love all of that. This is the Overtime brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them at ingles-markets.com. Low prices, love the savings. It's Monday Night Football. We'll update you on what's happening in San Francisco. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is Fox Sports Upstate.
SC Department of Corrections is now hiring. With security, medical, maintenance, and more diverse positions available, a rewarding correctional career is waiting for you. Visit joinscdc.com to join their team. Sponsored by SC Department of Corrections, SCBA, and this station.
This season, many families in our community are struggling to put food on the table. Together, we can change that. Visit upstatestrong.com to donate non-perishable food items and help fight food insecurity. Because no one in the upstate should go hungry.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right. You're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Need better sleep? Score huge deals on your perfect bed at Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Stop in today and let the sleep experts find the right upgrade for your unique needs. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
Not everybody can be good at fantasy football, and at Better, we understand that. That's why we're giving away a free $10 just for signing up. Download the Better app, pick more or less on player stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. Better Picks is available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better, B-E-T-R, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Phil from Def Leppard on why they like recording while they're on tour.
The great thing about being on tour is that you're playing songs in a more aggressive, violent manner, so they've got a bit more oomph and rock and rollness to them. So usually when you go in a studio, it's creatively kind of sanitizes stuff. But because we were going on tour and going back, we were able to capture that. You'd get ideas, you'd be creative, you'd slam them down, you'd be in tour mode, you'd come back and all of a sudden you want to revisit and make it a bit more aggressive.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more of Def Leppard and all your favorite artists.
It's the overtime. Hour 2. We're winding down. This time, it always just seems like it goes by so quickly.
It does, yeah.
We hear from all of you. We pick some dogs. We have some laughs. And we just saw a very not good Bryce Young interception.
Ooh, yeah. Can't do that.
I mean, Carolina was they were driving. They were given a nice little gift by Mr. One, Brock Purdy.
Yep.
Nice interception by J.C. Horn. And second goal, Bryce Young did that thing that he sometimes does. He's so frustrating at times because we were watching it during the commercial break, and literally when they lined up, I already knew the play call. I mean, I couldn't have told you every route, but I knew the concept they were running because I've seen them do it so many times. And against San Francisco, it's so hard because they are such a zone prevalent team. It's so hard to get that back cross across the back of the end zone. That's one of those that needs to be a double cross where, the linebacker goes that way, but, looky there. Look over here. Little buddy pulled it right out of the hat. Not a great start for Carolina. It's 7-0 San Francisco. 1:22 to go in the first quarter. Touchdown was Juwan Jennings. Brock Purdy already with an interception. Bryce Young also with an interception.
Yep.
Trey, we had, and we're still learning our flow here.
We are, yeah.
I had several hot takes for the week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
we've gotten one of them. So we're going to go through them pretty quick.
All right.
Shedeur Sanders is Tim Tebow 2.0. I called verbatim how that game would go yesterday.
Yeah.
An 8 QBR, and Kevin Stefanski is already having to start him whether he wants to or not.
Yep.
This week, he gets San Francisco. I've read this book. I know how this goes.
Yeah.
A lot of people during the draft process really got on me. During day one of the draft last year, Shallow's mom's name is Pilar.
Okay.
Her ex-boyfriend did day one of the draft with us. He's known Shedeur since he was a child.
Yeah.
And it was really, really riveting content, to be honest with you, because the guy's name's Johnny Mitchell. He was tight end for the Jets. He couldn't understand why Shedeur was falling. And on camera, I told him, I can tell you exactly why he's falling. Because every coach in the NFL is looking at Shedeur Sanders going, that guy gets me fired, whether I buy in or not. He's on the roster.
Yeah.
He's very likable. I met him in Indianapolis. He has a very magnanimous personality. Sure. He's very likable. I understand why people like him. I hated the tape on him. And I saw some of it yesterday against the Raiders.
Yeah.
The worst thing for the furtherance of a franchise that you can have is a celebrity quarterback, especially when that celebrity quarterback's not Tom Brady.
Yep.
If you're going to be a celebrity and I'm going to see what you do on TMZ, I'm in trouble because the fan base will love you far more than they love me.
Yeah, especially if you're a third string or anything like that. Second string, third string, because then the whole talk is, it's our first. Yeah, but I don't care about him. I want to know about the second string guy.
Yep.
I want to know about Shedeur.
The most popular guy in every football town is the backup quarterback.
Yep.
Always. That one scares me, and I'm looking at that schedule going, he's going to be just good enough that you have no choice but to go into next year with him as the starter.
Yep.
I'm going to repeat one from last week because I think I've reaffirmed it after watching BYU and Utah and Cincinnati and the entire conference of the ACC. The SEC deserves at least 6 teams in the college football playoff, and I'm not sure the ACC is going to get one. You read the rules of the college football playoff, the ACC has to have one of the 4 highest ranked conference champions.
Yep.
I'm not sure you're going to get one that's ahead of North Texas and JMU. And it would, for me, it would be the greatest piece of irony and what we need as a sport to get JMU and Tulane or North Texas in there.
Yeah, whoever,
to get just absolutely slaughtered on national television. I get it. One of my favorite lines in the English language, and it's a mantra that I've told my children this. I've said this on every show I've ever done. Fair is not a word that should be in the sports lexicon. There's one fair in life. It shows up in your town once a year, and it has funnel cakes and Ferris wheels. That's the only fair that we have. There's nothing fair about this. The ACC is dog water. And it ain't going to get better as long as you keep rewarding them with one spot, whether they spend the money or not. We talked about this last week.
Mm-hmm.
You watch those teams in the ACC, it is very obvious they don't have the talent of anybody in the SEC, anybody in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
If we did an ACC Big Ten challenge in football, I honestly think at least 4 teams in the ACC would just sit on the field and cry. And yes, one of them was North Carolina in my head.
Yeah.
And Bill's girlfriend was leading the cries. Bill, at least he has more time for adult cheerleading competitions. My final 2 are tied together.
Okay.
Kansas City is 1 win over Dallas away from duping a lot of people into believing in them as Super Bowl favorites. That was 4A. 4B, Dallas is 1 win over Kansas City away from duping a lot of people into believing they're a legit playoff threat.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of them are a threat. I can't count you out because you have Andy Reid and you have Pat Mahomes.
Right.
This team is broken. We learned this in the playoffs last year. Philadelphia manhandled this offensive line. Secret time, it was better last year than it is right now.
Yeah.
And it's not close. Josh Simmons might get there. He's been away from this team for a long time.
Right.
Trey Smith got hurt yesterday against Indianapolis. It ain't getting better. If anything, it's going to get worse. And then you get into the playoffs and you see that combo in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
You see that range of guys that they have in New England. Indianapolis has a lot of high-value capital guys.
Right.
That they've sunk draft picks and money into. And I can do that with a lot of teams in the AFC. Do not get duped by one game. I believe the Dallas Cowboys will beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving. And I've heard a lot of theories. Well, referees won't let. I haven't gotten a chance to say this on this show yet. And this is a new market for me. It's a market I'm very fond of. I love it here in Greenville. Something you're going to hear me say a lot. If the NFL's rigged, they're doing a very bad job of it. Because the 2 teams in New York are absolute piddle. One of the teams in L.A. is piddle. The smallest market in your sport is a dynasty. One of the smallest markets in your sport was the previous dynasty. If this is rigged, we're doing a very, very bad job of it. I'm Jeremy Greene. He's Trey Falco. Call-in line is open, 864-240-5480, or text the show, 864-777-9593. We'll be back in a few minutes to wrap it up here on a Monday.
Hey, upstate South Carolina, make a big impact with a blood connection. Every donation can save up to 3 local lives. You'll earn great rewards while supporting your community. It's quick, easy, and you'll feel great knowing you're helping your neighbors. Visit thebloodconnection.org to find a nearby donation center today.
Why wait? Black Friday starts now on Palmetto State Armory products. Start saving today on Palmetto State Armory products like the PSA Dagger starting at $239 or the Optics Ready Micro Dagger starting at $299. Looking for your next AR-15? Palmetto State Armory lowers start at just $109, and complete AR-15s are available as low as $379. Looking for something new? Shop the PSA Jackal family starting at the lowest price ever of $1079. Why wait? Save today only at Palmetto State Armory.
The world needs Sesame Street. And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Who's hungry upstate? The Gilstrap Family Dealerships here. This month, we're serving up a heaping helping of deals. So right now, you could save up to $4,500 on a new Mitsubishi or any nicer, newer car, truck, or SUV that you choose from our huge selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's our feast of savings, and these deals are all gravy, baby. So if you're sick of your old ride, toss it like yesterday's leftovers. Come in today, and you could get up to $4,500 cash back on a nicer, newer car that you want and deserve. Been burned by past credit mishaps? Our For the People credit approval process is the secret sauce that you need. We gather around the banks and lenders who want to say yes. So pull up a chair at our Feast of Savings and save up to $4,500 on a nicer, newer ride. But hurry, a deal like this will be gobbled up in no time. The Gilstrap Family Dealerships, your dealer for the people. Number 1 Mitsubishi and the truck farms in Easley, Greenville, and Greer. Ask about our exclusive Customers for Life program with a free lifetime engine warranty, oil changes, and more. Call today at 306-8785 or be sure to check out our no-hassle pricing and instant financing on our all-new and improved website at thegilstrapfamilydealerships.com.
Since 1934, FJ has been the backbone of Clemson athletics, uniting all Tigers in support of our student athletes, from scholarships that pave the way for success to state-of-the-art facilities that fuel competition. Your contribution helps build a brighter future for Clemson student athletes, both in competition and beyond. Whether you're in Clemson or miles away, you can be part of the Clemson family. Join the IPTAY team that's been thriving for over 90 years. Call 1-800-CLEMSON or visit ClemsonTigers.com/IPTAY to join now.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
For contesting on the station, go to 1049foxsports.com/rules.
Dan Collin.
That's the best back-to-back performance ever.
Dan Collin.
Where do they rank in history?
Dan Collin.
From now until dead.
Hear Dan Patrick followed by Colin Cowherd every weekday morning beginning at 9 a.m. This is 1049 Fox Sports Upstate.
It's the overtime here on 1049 FM Fox Sports Upstate. He's Trey Falco. I'm at the NFL Draft Nerd, Jeremy Greene. And this is the overtime brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them online, ingles-markets.com. Find us online at the Sportsocracy or on Twitter at the NFL Draft Nerd. You can get involved. Text line is open. That number is not on my screen anymore. 864-777-9593. Call in line 864-240-5480. I believe we have a caller on line 1. Caller, who is this?
This is Andy from Spring Lake, Michigan.
Let's go. We're just hitting all kinds of spots on the map tonight. What can we do for you tonight?
Jeremy, well, long-time listener, first-time contactor. Love you and Tank in the afternoons, and I have loved you guys for a couple of years now.
Hey, we always appreciate that.
My question is due to the Lions. Where they are in an interesting spot of personnel versus expectations, and I'm kind of curious as where you are in what they are going to need coming off season, because I truly believe they're still going to make the playoffs, and I do believe that the Bears, they're going to come back down to earth in the next 6 weeks. I still believe the Lions are going to take this division, but they're in a weird. They're almost like the Eagles, where they're just in a really weird spot, and I'd like your take on where they need to go and what they need to do in the upcoming 6 months.
And we appreciate your call. The Lions are a team that's very near and dear to our heart with my connection to Bid Johnson. I also love this city. We spent a week in Detroit for the NFL draft a couple years ago. I don't know if you've ever been there. That's an easy city to fall in love with the people because they're such amazing people.
Yeah.
My answer to that would be, I think what's changed for them is the interior, the offensive line is not nearly as good as it was a year ago. So now you're getting Jahmyr Gibbs, who's having to do a lot because Jared Goff's getting more pressure in his face.
Mm-hmm.
That's something he dealt with the Rams. interior pressure is really hard for quarterbacks, especially guys that aren't gigantic and don't have big arms that can keep that safety at bay. It's really hard for them to deal with. I would like to see them invest really not necessarily more in new talent, but developing what they have, because I do like Tate Ratledge. Mm-hmm. I do like Glasgow that's playing center, and I do like Christian Mahogany. It wouldn't hurt, if Gray Zabel had fallen to them last year. Do I think this line would be better? I do. The good thing for Dan Campbell is that I feel like he can get that talent from a lot of places because he's so good at coaching just tough, hard-nosed guys, and that's what works in Detroit. Yeah. Also, you got to figure out some way to stop going through injury issues. They are dealing with injuries at every level of this team except quarterback.
Yep.
And that does fall on the coach to a point. We have one more call right here on the – oh, no, we don't. We were running out of time. That's unfortunately just the way it goes sometimes. Andy, we appreciate your call. Go Lions, and we're low-key rooting for you, even though he's a Steelers fan.
I love Lions. Fan. That's my side piece.
I one of these days I'm going to come up with a name for this, and I don't know what it is. But the fan bases that have been through just so much turmoil, your Steelers don't.
I get this a lot,
yeah. You've got enough rings that if you ever get sad, just go look at the trophy case.
Right.
But then there's a lot of Lions and Jets and Browns and Raiders and Panthers. And there's a lot of us that I feel like we should have a support group where we don't even really we obviously root for our team.
Sure,
we love our team. But then we're almost like a band of brothers because I really want to see you get one. And I feel that way about Detroit. I feel that way about Buffalo.
Yeah.
I feel that way about a lot of teams.
But only one of you can get a ring at any given year.
And that's fine. We get one for somebody this year, and the next year we lather up to do it again. Panthers interception in the end zone. They take over. There is 9:35 to go in the second quarter. Monday Night Football, San Francisco 49ers up 7-0 over the Carolina Panthers. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This has been the overtime. We've had some laughs.
Yeah.
You have any final thoughts here before we break for Thanksgiving?
Be thankful for your family. Go spend time with your family.
No doubt.
And then one final quote from Dan Campbell, I guess.
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
That is one of the greatest lines I've ever heard. Be thankful. Enjoy your families. Yes. Also be thankful that Friday we have just a ton of football to watch.
Oh, yeah.
So when your family has annoyed you, you can enjoy the best part of Thanksgiving, which is the leftover sandwich.
Yes.
I will cranberry sauce, a little bit, 1 part cranberry sauce, 3 parts Duke's mayonnaise that you can find at Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings. Put that on your Thanksgiving sandwich, and that'll carry you all the way to Christmas.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, folks. We'll be back next Monday here in the overtime. You can find us on the social medias at the Sportsocracy. Subscribe to see all of our shenanigans from Georgia Tech this week in Atlanta. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week here on the overtime.
Looking for a Harley that fits your budget? At Harley-Davidson of Greenville, used bikes start at just $59.90 with payments as low as $60 a month. Whether you're a first-time rider or adding to your collection, we've got the largest pre-owned inventory in the upstate. Come find your perfect ride at 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville or check us out online at upstateharley.com. Your Harley is waiting. Let's ride.
This November, make your home holiday ready with Rugs.com. From cozy to classic, find every style with free shipping and next-day delivery. Shop now and save up to 75% off. Rugs.com, beneath every moment.
Get cozy at Lost Cajun with hearty jambalaya, scratch-made gumbos, and delicious pastas. Every bite brings the bold, comforting flavors of Louisiana to Greenville. The Lost Cajun. Visit us downtown or on Pelham Road and savor the comfort of real Cajun classics.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Ingles studio, this is WROO-FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed.